everybody. I'm standing at the eastern approach of the Roubidoux Bridge in downtown Waynesville in the Missouri Ozarks. This is a Route 66 crossing. So we're gonna stroll along across this bridge today, and we're gonna talk about the tragic tale of Herman Reinhardt and the impression that he left on Route 66 in Waynesville. So in 1926, when this bridge was first constructed over the river, Route 66 in Missouri was still Missouri Highway 14. This bridge was built in 1926. I'm not super good at math, but I think that means that I'm getting ready to walk across a almost 100-year-old bridge. In November of 1936, Herman Reinhardt and his wife Bertha were traveling from their home in New York to Texas. As they dropped into the Roubidoux Valley, it may have reminded them a little bit of their hometown back in Sydney. Belle Bluff dominates the landscape of Waynesville, maybe in a familiar fashion to what they were used to seeing with the Catskills in Sydney, New York. As they motored through the downtown district of Waynesville and crossed this bridge over the Roubidoux, they decided to spend the night in this lovely setting. Across the bridge on the western side, they decided to stay at Bell Motel and Tourist Camp. Bell Motel was well known and popular along Route 66. The motel had a reputation for Ozarks hospitality and for good fishing. As the evening approached, Mr. Reinhardt decided to explore around the river and around town. Just before 7 o'clock on that first Monday evening in November of 1936, as Mr. Reinhardt was out exploring, he decided to stroll across the quaint little bridge in the heart of Waynesville. Also, shortly before 7 o'clock that evening, Roscoe, the night cook at the Bell Cafe, was approaching the bridge in his automobile. As Herman was crossing the bridge on foot and Roscoe was crossing the bridge in his automobile, a tragic, unavoidable accident happened that resulted in Mr. Reinhardt being struck by Roscoe's car. Mr. Reinhardt died on the scene of a skull fracture. Although Mr. Reinhardt passed away here, and many people may have never have known his story, he made an impact on Waynesville that still exists to this day. 3 years after his death in November of 1936, in 1939, plans were made to widen this bridge and to add in the sidewalk that we just walked across. At that point in time, infrastructure improvements were very important and were very popular with American citizens. Before I head back across the bridge, I'd like to say hi to a couple people. Sylvie T over in France, hello, chime in if you're seeing this. Mike and Terry at MT Homestead on YouTube, hey, sending love to my bestie from downtown Waynesville. So, I'm going to walk back across the bridge, headed east. I'm not going to talk during this one. I'm going to just be thinking about Mr. Herman Reinhardt and his contribution. Rest in peace, Mr. Reinhardt. Everybody else out there in YouTube land, chime in, leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching this from. See y'all later.
If you get hot and sweaty walking across that almost 100-year-old bridge in downtown Waynesville like I did, come find the spot where the locals go. This is Roubidoux Spring. To get here, you can't miss it. If you are heading west towards Springfield, Tulsa, and points beyond, simply make a left on the dirt road before you cross the Roubidoux Bridge. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with this beautiful scenery shot. Oh my goodness, the spring water, it's so cool. I'm already cooling down and I haven't even dipped in yet. Hey y'all, I messed up on that one a couple times, but you guys are all right with that, right?